Hello, welcome back to Sacred Vapes. Channel that aims to bring the views and experiences of products on the market today brought to you by an average vapor. Now, this week in the pod series, it's not actually the last episode as I thought it was going to be. I've got something coming for you guys next week now, but this was meant to be the big finale, the thing that's probably one of the most interesting pod system on the market. And it's very, very basic in essence. It's this. The Voopoo Rota. Now, Voopoo recently released this about a month ago, I think, and it's come out with a fidget spinner design. Now, a lot of people are going to be questioning the fact that it's a 2-year-old fad, why they've made a product like that, but I have a theory as to why. You see, a pod system's designed to deliver high nicotine, a similar smoking scenario, tighter draw, mouth to lung. Now, if you're moving from smoking to vaping, then you're going to be very fidgety, you're going to be very, it's nicotine withdrawal, you're not getting the same amount of nicotine. So stick a fidget spinner on your device, you can spin it just to keep your hands going, and then you can vape. So that's where I think they're coming from with this design. I mean, whether you still like the idea or not, obviously it's down to yourself, but certainly for me, that is a logical explanation as to why it is spins, but we'll get talking about it now. But first, we'll give her a vape. Now, what do you get with this? Now, all you really get in the box is this, a USB cable and instruction book, and that's it for the packaging. Now, it's a 360 mAh internal battery device, chargeable via USB. As you can see on the bottom, comes with the fidget spinner in the middle that spins. Now, the fidget spinner, I will say, is bottom heavy. You can see it's a little bit sort of off-center in that sense, but it will always self-right to the top, so that's nice. Comes with a really nice sort of glittery paint job. I mean, this will come in several colours. I'd say battery charge time on this is about 60 minutes for a USB port. Not that bad. You get a indicator button there that lights up. As you can see. Now the pod is a 1.8 pod in capacity with a 1.5 ohm coil. It comes with bottom airflow, which I didn't mess about to try and figure out where it was coming from. It comes with the silicone port, as you can see there. Pull that out so it's bottom fill, and then you simply put it the right way, snap it in place, and that's it. That's all there is to the Voopoo Rota. So we'll get talking about the pros and cons now. It's very easy to get distracted. And the first pro for me is how easy the system is. I mean, this is going to go along for most pods, but it is very simple. Everything works well, everything falls into place. Flavour on the coil, not bad. I'd say it's not as good as something like the Nord that I recently brought you guys. But obviously that's a mesh coil, and it was a sub-ohm type coil in there. But I've been using the same liquid, the same nicotine salt in here, and I can taste it. The slight complexities coming through. It's not like a full-blown experience, but yeah, flavour's really good. Next pro for me is going to be that longer pull time. That, to be honest, most pods I've brought to you over the last couple of months haven't been able to do that. You sort of have a little cut-off time after a few seconds. This one, as you can see, allows you to take longer pulls if you want that. So it's really ideal for someone who wants a mouth-to-lung or a direct lung, because you can certainly get a lot of vapour off something like this. Again, not something that most pod systems allow you to do. Next pro for me is going to be I just like the look of it. I do. I just really like the paintwork on this. It's really nice. I mean, the fidget spinner is going to be obviously very subjective. For me, I didn't find myself spinning it that much when I've been taking it out, but you know, it's a nice little distraction. The pod, nice and easily pulls out. There's no necessarily clasp in there to snap into place, but it's not easily pulling out either. Kind of slots in, so that's a pro. You know, this isn't going to come out in your pocket. Airflow on this is pretty good, if you can hear. So nice airflow on it. You know, not overloaded, so it is still, I'd say it's not as restricted as some of the smaller pod devices have brought you, but it's not wide open either, like something like the Nord with the mesh coil inside. So it is kind of like in the middle, gives you that option of vaping for the longer pulls, or you want the short little hit. Now, charging time is 60 minutes, that's a pro, nice and quick to get it fully charged back up again, so no complaints on that one. And just like any pod device, there isn't much else you can really praise it for. You know, it just performs as well as you'd want a pod system to perform. So we'll get into the cons of it now. First con, not for me, but maybe for you guys, is going to be the fact that it's a fidget spinner. You know, that's going to be subjective either way you look at it, and you might think, don't like the look of that. Well, just calling it out now. Next con for me, you can probably see, it's actually got worse and worse. So the pod does bubble up. The pod definitely does bubble up in there, and quite badly. So it takes a bit of the capacity away. Now, I've not really had any issues as such with that bubbling, but as you can see, it's now quite full. Well, sorry, it's now quite empty. The liquid's down there, but when it was up there, these bubbles were still there. So I probably lost probably a few points, whatever, mils of liquid in there, and it's very hard to actually try and pop them bubbles. So I'm not a fan of that. Next con is going to be, as always, there's only one pod in the box. You know, as I'll always say, you're committed to buying the pod as soon as you buy the device. You don't have to buy more. That's always going to be a con for me. Other than that, there isn't really any other cons. I mean, if you're going to hold the pod like that, you're not even going to have any issues with, you know, that turning at all. So I suppose the other con I'm going to have is that there doesn't seem to be any real indicator design, or at least none that I've found. You know, it's just blue, and then when it will flash when the battery is empty and you need to charge. But other than that, there's no real indicator of like the full, medium, and low power. So, get into the overall of this now. And overall, I actually like this device. Now, as I've said probably a few times, it probably is going to be subjective to you guys on the design, but if you took that fidget spinner out and it was just a normal pod system, it'd be one of the best standard pod systems on the market, which is really, really surprising, or unsurprising, depending on how you're looking. Voopoo, you know, it performs really well. You get nice flavour, you get optional longer hits. You know, a 1.8 mil pod, just under the average, but certainly it's over like some of the other pods I've brought to you guys. So it's kind of in the middle in that sense. Juice consumption is quite good, and you know, the fact that one pod could last me a couple of days, realistically, you know, the battery life, just using it sparingly, will last all day for me. You know, I charge it when I get home. So that's a great thing about it. It feels solid. It's got a bit of weight to it, and overall, yeah, it's a shame that the biggest thing that's going to stand out with this is that fidget spinner design, because I honestly think this could be one of the best performance standard pods on the market. I'm going to put my neck out and say I think so. You know, I've been bringing you guys pods for 2 months now, so that's what I'm basing my opinion on. You know, if I had to do a top 3 pods that I've brought so far, I'm gonna put this in the top 3. You know, it's just for performance, for enjoyment. You know, it's alongside, I'd say, the Atto Pack and the Nord for me. But yeah, not too long a video. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You know, if this is something that you'd go for. Your price point on this seems to be between £25 and £30 new, depending on where you buy from. Yeah, at £25, it's good value. I mean, if you can get a bit cheaper than that, then great. You know, £20 would be a bargain for something like this, but obviously it depends how much you actually want it. But yeah, that was the Voopoo Rota pod system. As always, thank you for watching. Now, next week in the pod series, I actually do have another episode lined up. It's going to be, if you've been in the group, you would have seen it, the Vatio ET Auto pod system, which I mean, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm interested to give it a go. You know, as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to get involved with the channel, I'll drop the link to the Facebook group below. You know, as always, stay safe. And keep vaping.